Hey guys, this is Sarah with Raven's Crochet. Welcome back to the channel. And my furry feline Raven is in front of the window on her cat tree looking out the window. It's beautiful outside today. The last 2 days we just got through a winter storm. Yesterday, Thursday, it snowed and 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 snowed all day long. All day long. That's all it did. Just snowed. And the flakes were big and it was like a fluffy powder that froze, and now it's kind of sticky, so it's like it's powder underneath but it's like sticky and crisp on the top, you know what I mean? We don't get snow like that very much here in Oklahoma. Please don't say anything about my Sooners, okay? I know that some of you may not agree with this team, but I'm a fan of the Cowboys of the OSU team as well, so don't judge, okay? This is a no judgment zone. I respect you and your team. Please respect me and my team. And I know a lot of it is all in good fun. I don't mind the sarcastic jokes about it, but please don't be mean. Um, I love my team for a reason, and I think it's funny that even though I'm wearing a Sooner sweatshirt, I actually have a student ID card from college, from OSU. So I'm a fan of both teams. We play for the same state. But anyways, that being aside, I have a couple things I wanted to show you. I haven't been doing much. I've been working my tail off. My 2 days, I had 2 days off in a row, and I don't get that very often. Wednesday, Thursday. Well, I went into work on Wednesday, and I went in early. Like, I'm rarely out of bed at the time I clocked in. So, props to me, proud of myself, whatever. Did pretty good job that day. And I didn't want to the next day. I was so tired. I mean, I needed to catch up on chores at home and get some laundry done, get my uniforms washed, all that good stuff. But I was just tired. I mean, I was on a heavy day. I don't want to be TMI, but that in itself makes me really, really tired. I had to take some iron, so I'm feeling a little bit better. Not going into that. I don't have a problem talking about certain things, but not everyone is comfortable with that. So, and this being yarn, I figured you guys would like to see my yarn wall. I have kind of fluffed up my cakes a little bit. Red Heart, Lion Brand Mandela. This one is Gnome. This is Mandela Tweed. This one is Red Heart. Red Heart. It's a wrap. Sprinkles. It's gonna be like a summer poncho. This is Sparkle Yarn. This is Red Heart's Roll With It Sparkle. This one is just mauve. This is Lion Brand Shawl in a ball. This is from Ice Yarns. This is actually in a mystery box or a Santa box. I can't remember which one. This is a red and like a milky creamy red. There's like different tonal reds in here, and then like a creamy white. This would make a gorgeous, gorgeous C2C scarf for like a candy cane effect. That's what I'm saving that for. And 2 fat cakes will make me a generous C2C scarf. These two are different colorways of the same kind of yarn. This is my favorite acrylic to work with, Lion Brand Mandela. Ombre. This one is Chi. And this one is Tumble of Yarn. This one is Cool. There's some color effects on the yarn labels. I think that's just so cool. When you have a multicolored yarn, you're not sure how it's going to work up, and they put a small photo of what the yarn will potentially look like. I love that. That's a big sale to me. So yarn companies, watch and keep that in mind, because that is definitely helps us out when choosing yarn for our projects. These are cute little hanks from Ice Yarns. This is sock yarn from Ice Yarns. It's called hand-dyed sock merino. This is like $15 a package. They're too beautiful to unwind. However, I will be unwinding these at some point, but because I've only unwrapped and tried to cake up one skein my entire life, and it took me all over an hour, and I promised to Jesus the hank was only like maybe 120 yards of a 3-weight DK. It took me over an hour to untangle. That's how miserable I was trying to deal with hanks. So I've had this for I want to say maybe 6 to 8, probably about 8 or 9 months at this point since I've ordered it. I'm too afraid to cake it up. I want to do it myself though. I don't want it to leave my place. I don't want to ship it out, and as nice as that would be to have someone else cake this up, if I did that, I would have more skeins, and I would let the caker keep one skein for themselves just for caking these up for me. I can't let the person take so much time and then give them nothing. So I'm not like that. Anyways, as beautiful as these are, I would like to try to order a whole bunch more of these, and then if I found someone preferably close by, I would still ship it, but maybe close by within the next state. I don't know. I don't know. If I let them cake it up, I would give them one skein. But in the meantime, when I am ready to work with it, I'm going to be extremely, extremely careful because I don't have a yarn swift. I don't want a yarn swift. I don't have the room for a yarn swift. I wouldn't even use it often enough for the yarn swift. So what's the point in buying a yarn swift, right? You don't buy something unless you think you're going to use it repeatedly. I mean, right? Right? I'm not gonna buy a table if I'm not gonna use it. Why do I need a table? I'm spitballing. I'm in a good mood today. Yesterday was off, and all I did was rest. I did get 2 loads of laundry done though, so I was productive. I still got some stuff done. I got my dishes done. I had already taken my trash out. I had already cleaned and put fresh litter in Raven's cat box, and I already vacuumed and all that stuff. The only thing I don't really like doing is dusting, but I did bust out one of my blankets. I told you guys previously I was going to show you this. Look at this gorgeousness. This blanket is over 20 years old. I got this for Christmas one year and I was really, really little. It's Mickey Mouse. He just has different expressions. I'm going to move the table back some so you guys can have a better view of the whole thing. Make sure the table's flat. Okay. I'm on like a little folding TV tray table. So this blanket is 100% polyester. I think it's polyester. Polyester fleece, something like that. It's just different facial expressions all the way around. Mickey Mouse. My favorite cartoon character growing up. One of my first favorites, pretty much. And this blanket is like the warmest blanket I have. Raven loves this. Anytime I have this spread out anywhere, Raven has to be on it. It's not really reversible, but it could be. I mean, if you like the negative effect of a film, of a photograph, because that does look kind of cool. But this is obviously the front, and it's got like a nice, just plain old-fashioned red border all the way around. And I think I repaired it at some point because I think one corner at one point kind of came undone a little bit. And my grandmother is a seamstress, and I learned half of my sewing skills from her. The other half I learned in home economics in school. But I just wanted to show you guys that because I mentioned it before. And it is the warmest blanket, and because it's been below freezing the last 2 days, I've loved having this blanket. It's just so warm. A couple years after getting this Mickey Mouse blanket, I got like a watch, like a brown leather wristband, and it was just Mickey Mouse himself standing right in the middle of the clock, and his hands, he had a short hand and a long hand that would tell you the time, and I think his tail was the seconds clicker. So that was kind of cute. Excuse me. And all the numbers, they weren't Roman numeral. They were just regular numbers, and they were all like a soft gold color. Anyways, temperature throw. Speaking of throw blankets, yeah, there's some damage right there. I gotta sew up, but that's whatever. That's what I was looking for. But anyways, my temperature throw, I'm not all that caught up on yet. Let's see, I've only done 1, 2, 3. I've only done 3 weeks. I'm just about done with week 3. I should be caught up with 4 weeks now. Here it is Friday. I should be at 5 weeks. And I have all my colors lined up and ready to go. So as soon as I get done crocheting purple here, this is the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the low temperature of week 3. I'm doing 4 rows of each color. So I've got Ember and Purple for week 1. I'm doing 1 high temperature, 1 low temperature, and I'm doing 4 rows in each week. And that's just the basic row by row granny stitch. Doing 4 rows in each color. So 1 high and 1 low for the week, 4 rows each. That's 8 rows crocheted of the row by row granny cluster for each week. So week 2, I had Ember and Eggplant. Week 3 is Peacock and Purple. This is all Premier Basics, by the way. I'm using Premier Basics. I have Garnet and Mauve coming up. Now, Mauve is actually called Rose in Premier Basics, but the mauve I'm using, I'm calling it Mauve. It's from Ice Yarns. It is called Dark Rose Pink on Ice Yarns website. It is Savor, and that's the yarn I'm using that I'm mixing in with my Premier Basic, because all these yarns are manufactured in Turkey, and they all come from Ice Yarns mill. So I've studied the fibers and washed and dried samples, and I have shown them all together in a video a long time ago. They're all pretty much the same mauve color, but mauve will be in one of these next rows. It'll be garnet and then mauve. I'm using my lovely stitch marker that my friend Melanie gave me. Hi, Melanie. She made this for me, put it in a Christmas card, and she put the claw, the clasp that I like, the claw clasp. I love those, and it's a really great stitch marker. It's really super easy for my fat fingers to put it on. And I pretty much keep all of my yarn for my temperature throw here in just a small duffel bag, gym bag type size. So, and then I'm using a 6.5mm crochet hook for this. There is another project I started because there is a particular hook that I've been dying to try, and I'm trying to work on that Uptown poncho. I still haven't made progress on it yet because I've been working so much and then so exhausted at home. And then that and the temperature throw, everything else I'm trying to get done. My sister's blanket I was supposed to have done for her last year. I've got all these other projects that have accumulated up here that I want to do. Anyways, my yarny friend Em sent me a hook set from Everything Crochet, and I looked it up and did research. We were talking about it. TL Yarns did a review on it, and I'll try to leave that link in the description box below from TL Yarns, because she did a fantastic review on this. I plan on doing my own review on it, but I'm going to crochet some samples with multiple different types of yarn with a multiple different hook sizes. So this is not a cheap hook, and for good reason it's not cheap. I can't agree with TL Yarns when she says it shouldn't be retailed for more than 30 bucks. It's not really worth more than 30 bucks, but I love it for what it is and for how it works. It's very smooth. It's a tapered hook. It counts your rows and your stitches. Right now, the project I'm working on, I'm on row 14. Here it's keeping track for me. After a few minutes, this will time out so your battery doesn't run out. You push it once to turn it on, push it once more to increase your row count. I'm on row 14 of the Chevron shawl that Jennifer at Cinnamon Stitches did a tutorial on. I will leave her link in the description box below, and I will tag her on this because I'm in love with this pattern so far. However, I increased my pattern. She does 3 arches across, and I'm doing 4 arches across because I love my scarves and shawls and projects just that much wider. And this cowl is it's being worked in the rows this way, so it's going to wrap around my head this way, and it's going to drape down. It's going to wrap around, it's going to drape down, and the rows are going this way around me. And the reason why I added an extra arch, see here, she only does 3. Let's see here, I have this upside down. Yeah, okay, upside down. She does 3 arches like this, which is a chain of 43. I chained 48, so I have 4 arches. And the reason I did that is so that when I want to bring this up over my head and use it as partially as a hood, I will still have full neck coverage down here. It's the only thing I was worried about was making sure my neck was going to be covered, because even though I wear beanies a lot in cold weather, I wear these like just like almost every single day when it's cold outside. I love my beanies. That's why I made so many of them. I like my shawls and scarves to be wider, so then I can use it as like a it's just like a big thick blanket from my neck. I can't stand those small narrow scarves that you find in most stores. So I like my stuff wider. So this is a multiple of 14. She does explain the pattern in her video, and she's very thorough. It's very easy to follow, extremely simple. It's a 1 row repeat. You just start with a decrease and you end with a decrease in each and every single row. And what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. I'm using a 5 bulky weight yarn. She's using Premier Puzzle, but I'm using an off-brand Premier Puzzle, manufactured more than likely in the same yarn mill. It's a 5 bulky marled type yarn that has the fuzzy and fiber consistency of Premier Puzzle. This is Ice Yarns Pelotas, Pelotas, 320 meters, which is damn near, if not close enough, to proximity of Premier Puzzle. Do I have any puzzle up there? Nope, I don't. I have Premier Puzzle shoved way up there. Let me just grab it and do a comparison. Why not? It's a different colorway, but it's the yarn I'm talking about. And there it just went flying. Ugh. Okay. So this is Premier Puzzle. I've got it in a plastic bag to protect it. This says it's 300 meters. Okay, so this off-brand of Premier Puzzle, which is Pelotas from Ice Yarns, 320 meters. So 20 extra meters. They come in a pack of 2 on their website. I think they're $6.99 for a pack of 2. That's not with shipping though. Their shipping is expensive, but the more yarn you order and the more cheaper the packs are, the better deal of yarn you're getting. But anyways, they're both 100% acrylic. They're both they both have a marl tweed effect, as you can see, and they're both the same thickness and all that stuff. A 200 gram skein. This one says 180 gram skein, which I don't understand that, unless it's just more loosely spun. I don't know, but this says 320 meters. This one says 300 meters. Yeah, this one's 200 grams and this one's 180 grams. That's weird, but I go by meters or yardage. So they're both washable and dryable, 100% acrylic, like I said. Premier Yarns, this one is 10 gram. It's like a light purple, kind of like a leapfrog. It kind of, well, they have the colorway leapfrog, but this isn't leapfrog. It reminds me of leapfrog though. It reminds me of frogs and lilies. It's just a pale blue and green, well, like a pale periwinkle kind of, and like a light water green and a really pretty medium lavender that kind of fades into the blue. Really, really pretty. So anyways, I chained 58. I think this is a multiple of 14 plus 1. That's what I'm going with. And I chained 58 so I would have 4 arches across. Now what I'm doing is, since this is just 100% acrylic, I'm working in a fingering weight yarn with this to make it warmer for myself. That's a trick. That's one of my little tricks and tips that I love to share. This will work with fingering weight yarns when you have another yarn that that you want to work it in with. It will not mess up your gauge. It won't mess up the thickness of your yarn because it's a fingering weight yarn. You can barely even notice that I have it worked in. You can barely notice. And because it's a charcoal gray, it blends in very, very nicely. This yarn is also from Ice Yarns. It is called Peru Alpaca Superfine. And it's only an issue when you start going with yarns that are like number 2s. A number 1 fingering weight is good to work with. This one just says Superfine, so it's not. It does have it does say on the label it's a number 1, but it's a fingering weight, extremely fine yarn. And because this bulky is so plushy, this yarn just kind of sinks right into it. and you can't even tell that it's worked in with it. The reason I'm working this in together is because this is 25% alpaca, 50% merino wool, 25% acrylic. Alpaca and wool are the two warmest animal fibers that keep us warm, and I'm working this in with this bulky weight yarn to make this garment warmer for me. January and February here in Oklahoma are extremely cold months. Those are pretty much our coldest months. And as I wear this outside and ride on my scooter about 10 miles an hour, sometimes 15 miles an hour, the windshield gets a little bit more chilly. And these are so beautiful and comfortable and cozy to wear. I just love them. And I'm always getting compliments on my crochet stuff. I have like yarn stuff all over my stuff, all over my life. It's just part of who I am. Be proud to have your crochet stuff all over you. Don't feel, I've heard this before on other people's channels too, don't feel embarrassed to wear something that you made. Like if you're not sure it goes with your wardrobe, you're not sure if it goes with you, crocheting and knitting, that's a part of who you are. Be proud, embrace that. Work up a garment in your favorite colors that you would actually wear out and in your wardrobe. And work up a granny sweater vest or something adorable, or a shawl in those favorite colors, and just wear it out. You will get so many compliments and stuff, and you'll be able to help inspire other people to crochet, and you'll be spreading the love and the message of yarn and all the fun things you can do with crafting with yarn. It's just like you're wearing love that you made for yourself, pretty much. And that's the best gift that God ever gave us, I believe, is love. So that's another reason I like red. I love red. Our hearts beat red. Another reason I love the Sooners, because they're on crimson red. They don't just claim to be any color red. Their colors are actually crimson and cream, and our blood is crimson colored. So that's another reason why my heart is in this team, because I've known them for like 20 years now, off and on. Bob Stoops was the longest coach I've ever known with the team. And back when Jason White was a quarterback for the team, I've been a fan for a long time. So anyways, that's about all I have to share with you guys for now. Like I said, not much going on other than working my tail off and resting. I do have some other things coming up, and I have to catch up on my temperature throw, and I'm going to do a yarn review on these hooks. I think these hooks are amazing to work with. It comes in this cute little box. I will leave the link down below on the review that TL Yarn Crafts did, and I will leave Jennifer's link below if you want to do the Chevron cowl. I'm sure most of you know her. She's got thousands of subscribers. I'm just one of the small channels who loves to watch her. She's got good pick-me-ups. I feel like I can relate to her a lot, and she does amazing with her projects, and she improvises in crochet like I do. Sometimes I don't always follow the rules. I don't always follow a pattern. If I mess up, I don't want to unfrog everything. I go back and I kind of just make my own little maneuver, and I kind of work in a stitch to make it blend in, because there are tricks and stuff that you can do, and that's part of the reason why you want to play with your yarn and experiment and crochet and work up stitches and just different things, because you can pick up on stuff that you don't even have to watch a video for. Sometimes you learn and pick up on stuff like that by playing with your yarn. So anyways, I'm glad you guys are enjoying the channel, and I hope you guys give me a like if you like any of my content. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I will be doing a giveaway here pretty soon for Valentine's Day, and I have to do a video for 1,000 subscribers. I'm not as anxious for that as I am for Valentine's Day, because I'm more into things about love than reaching numbers. I don't really care that much about reaching numbers. I'm just doing this at my own leisurely pace, because there's so much out there to watch and catch up on. I can't even catch up with everyone's videos right now, but I do appreciate the people that do stay up to date with me, and I need to get on the ball and get going with that too. It's just sometimes it's hard with a full-time job and mental illnesses and stuff, you know. But anyways, I'm having a good day. I'm positive today. It's beautiful outside. I'm fixing to go out and go for a walk and go to work. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you guys later. Have a great one and stay safe. Love y'all. Bye-bye.